Hello everybody and welcome back to Reprieve Media CIC's coverage of World Radio Day 2020 here live from Reprieve Media CIC Towers. We've got a bit of an interview coming up for you now, folks, with a lady called Anna Dutton. She is the founder of a very interesting charity. Cool. We're going to let her explain a bit about the charity herself. In the meantime, Anna, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Hello.
Fantastic, Anna. Can I just take this opportunity to thank you very much for finding the time to be interviewed by us today. It's very much appreciated.
No, thank you for calling.
No problem. Right, we're just gonna let you talk a little bit now, introduce yourself. And tell us a little bit about yourself, please, if you could.
I can do that for you, Paul. So my name is Anna, and I'm the founder of a fundraising group called BROW4. We organise events where people can choose to bike, run, or walk with or without their four-legged friend to help raise money and awareness for their chosen charities. We organise 3 events a year. One is for the dogs, and this is held over at Hinchinbrook Country Park in Huntingdon. We have stalls there, and we also do a guided walk around the park. In June, we organise a family fun day event over at Ferry Meadows in Peterborough. And this one is for all the air ambulances that cover the whole of the UK skies. And then in September, we organise another event over a place called Gildenburg Water, which is based in Whittlesea. And this event is to help raise money and awareness for the RNLI. All 3 forms of charity that we are raising money for, all of them are non-government or national lottery funded. And this is why we do it for them. You could, throughout some time of your life, need one of those. So if you go blind, you're going to need a guide dog. If you're at the beach and you get stuck on the middle of the rock, you're going to need the RNLI. And if, God forbid, you have an accident in the middle of the motorway, you need the air ambulance. So each one of these charities that we help are non-government funded, and they're all ones that you could help. Now, one of the things that you did mention, Paul, was the fact that we are a charity. Unfortunately, we are not allowed to become a charity because charities are not allowed to give money to another charity. You know of some charities like the Rotary Club, like the Masonics, like the Buffs. They don't give money to another charity. They offer funds. They do grants. So, no, we're not a charity. We are a non-charity fundraising group made entirely up of volunteers. So that's us. That's us in a nutshell.
Fantastic. Yeah, thank you very much for clarifying that situation. So really you are not tied to any group. You just come together under the umbrella of BROW and then distribute the money after the events, yeah?
Yeah, BROW4. So that's what we're called. We're called BROW4 because it's bike, run or walk with or without your four-legged friend. Fundraising group. We go to other events so that we can make money for us, so that we can put it into our bank account, which if anybody wants to see our receipts, our bank accounts, it's here for them to come and see. We don't hide anything. And then at the end of the event, because we're now organising my next big event, at the end of that event, all net profit that we get will go directly to the air ambulances that are supporting us. So that's how it's working.
Oh, I see. Fantastic. And how long have you been doing this for, Anna? How long has the group been running for?
Well, this all started way back in 2014 when I used to be a volunteer for my local air ambulance here in Huntingdon called Magpass. And a lovely lady called Debbie Florence asked all the volunteers, is there any way that you can think of raising more money for Magpie Air Ambulance? And at the time, we was due to have, I think it was the London Olympics and also the Great North Run and the London Marathon. And I came up with the idea of why don't we organise a bike run or walk event around Ferry Meadows to help raise money for you via all your supporters. And it was a case of a pat on the back. Well done, Anna, crack on, get on with it. So in 2015, we organised an event over in Ferry Meadows in Peterborough where people could either bike, run or walk around a 5, 8 or a 12k course and raise money for Magpie Air Ambulance. Due to the success of that is how we ended up doing for the dog charities, because one of the ladies was actually walking her dog and said, would you like to organise one around a local village near us? So we did this, and then we've just continued doing it over at Ferry Meadows for air ambulances, because we now opened it to all 25 air ambulances, including the children's air ambulance, and we do get a lot of following. We've now made it so that it's a family fun day. So we've got stalls, we've got catering, we've got the children's bouncy castles and fun fair.
Fantastic. I mean, we'll talk a lot more about the event later on. So obviously you've told us so much there, Anna, about the fantastic work you do and your causes that you are obviously very passionate about, and very, very important causes they are too. Do you feel that as a woman you have been treated fairly in the sector?
Me personally, I've had no problems. Me being a woman, I don't feel like I've been bullied or foo-fooed or put down just because I'm a woman. The only thing that I have felt that has hindered me moving forward is the fact that I am not a charity. But as I explained, I can't become a charity. And that, in some respects, is what's hindered me into what I want to progress at. But I'm not going to let anybody grind me down. I am not going to let them stop me, because there's always a roundabout of way of getting to where you want to go. There's always the straight road from here to there, or you can go via the roundabout and you'll still get to wherever it is you're wanting to get to. So that's me. That's what I do. I will find another way to get what I achieved or set out to do.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. What about an advantage though? Obviously, have you ever felt at a time where you think, well, I think personally, I don't think if I was a man I'd have got this opportunity?
There have been occasions when I have felt that way. As in when I was a healthcare assistant. There's certain things in my mind that women who look after women can do. But yes, a man can do the job just as well. But in my mind, there are certain jobs that should just be a bloke's job and certain jobs that could be just a girl's job. But because of this equal rights, everybody's doing everybody else's job. So in a lot of respects, it really doesn't. It's never hindered me. So yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It can be, as long as everybody plays to their strengths, you know. I think personally, it's pointless kidding people that men and women are the same. They just aren't. So if women play to the strengths of women and men play to the strengths of men, then I personally don't see a problem in anything.
Yes. I totally agree with you.
So we're going to look in now. I think that's obviously important to everybody. This is not really aimed at women and men, is work-life balance. But obviously women have a lot more balls up in the air to juggle than men. You know, I will, it's obvious. And any man that says otherwise is just a liar. Sorry, but that's just how it is, you know. Women are, the way women balance things is always, I have always thought, it is incredible. Me personally, I've always looked at women like that in admiration, who can do all these things and manage to, on the exterior, keep the balance, you know. How have you found maintaining your work-life balance over your years in work and in the voluntary sector?
I'm very much, I like routine. In the morning, I go shower, I take the dogs out for a walk, I come back, I do an hour's worth of housework. Because in my house, I have got 5 rooms. That's your 3 bedrooms, your bathroom, and your kitchen, including that's a bit more than 5 rooms. But I've always been, on Monday, I clean 1 bedroom, on Tuesday, I do another one, on Wednesday, I do another bedroom. So this way, then, I spend a couple of hours doing housework rather than doing a whole blinking day's worth of housework. I write. It's very much like writing a list and a to-do list. And this is what you do. You spend so much with the dogs. You spend so much doing the house. You spend so much doing work. For me, my fundraising group is not work. It's enjoyable. And then husband is due to come home, so I cook his food, and then we sit down and we chat. And then it's go to bed and wake up the next morning. So the routine is still there. Come the weekend, the routine goes out the window, because depending on whether it's a nice sunny day or it's not so nice, depends on whether we go out either in the car or the Harley, or we take the dogs out for a walk, or he goes scuba diving, or I might be attending an event. So the weekends are always higgledy-piggledy. But you saying that women are better organised in that skill, I have to disagree, because there's a lot of men, single dads, they have to have that skill of being able to look after the house, the child, the work, and all the rest of this jazz. So really, it's just your mindset. Am I an organised person, or am I just an organised chaos?
I mean, well, yeah, I mean, I've got no complaints at all with people disagreeing with me. That's just my own personal view. I mean, thinking about it, there's a lot of truth in what you say. It's really then what you put it down to, really, then, as your main strategy is you try to allocate time during the week and sort of stick to it rigorously.
Oh, yes, most definitely. I've always been like this ever since I was a child. I've always maintained structure, maintained a list of what I'm going to do. Even when I was at school, I'd get up, I'd speak to my mum, and then I'd go to school. I'd come home, get changed out of my uniform, go and play for an hour or so just to get unwind from school. Because sometimes you're sitting in that classroom all day and you're just like a spring ready to go boing. So you need to burn off that excess energy, and then you come home, you have your evening meal, you help your mum wash up, dry up, put away, and then you all sit down and you all talk to each other. This is something that doesn't happen anymore, where people sit down and talk about what they did, how they did, who they saw, who they spoke to. It's all done with your thumbs. So, a mealtime, put your mobile away, put your electronic gear away, and talk to each other, and then you'll find what is going on in the outside world and how you can change it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you make a fantastic point there. Communication is the key, and you are right. Again, you're a very intelligent woman. Communication, digital communication, and physical communication are not the same thing. No, nothing on social media is the truth, but it's hard for somebody to lie to you when you're looking at them in the eye. A lot more difficult than it is on social media. That's for sure. So yeah, I understand. I understand entirely where you're coming from, Anna.
I agree with you. Unfortunately, also, people can misread a text. If you're in a not happy mood, if you're in a sad mood, a bad mood, you're angry or whatever, and someone sends you a text, you will read that text in the frame of mind that you are in at that moment in time. And it could be taken totally out of context, and it could cause, right, that's it, I'm not your friend anymore, bang, gone. And you're thinking, hang on, that's supposed to be a funny. So, yeah, texts are dangerous, very, very dangerous. Talk to people, use your mouth. God gave you a mouth and a tongue and the ability to speak, use it.
Now, some women, I'm sure, will have been listening to this content, and they're thinking to themselves, wow, this woman here, she set up her own fundraising group. She's raising great funds. She's putting on her own events in her own community. Everybody's having a great time. How can I do this? So what advice would you give any woman that was looking to really make a difference in the voluntary and charity sector like you are, Anna? How should they go about it?
How did I go about it? So I wanted to raise money for a cause. I went to the charity and said I would like to, and a lot of the charities do actually give you suggestions, or they'll give you a list of all the different things that how you could help. You could help by holding a coffee morning or a cake bake or doing a jumble sale, anything like this. Organising an event like I do, or even at the Ely Bee Club over in Ely, what they do is they hire a hall, and then they go on social media, Facebook, and inquire about who wants to have a table at my event. And then the money that they end up getting from the different tables goes towards their charity. With my event that I'm holding over in Ferry Meadows, I went to Ferry Meadows and said, I would like to hold an event here. And the lovely lady, Melanie, said to me, is it for yourself that you want to do it, or is it for a charity? So I told her it's for a charity. Do you want to use it in a hall, or do you want it out in the grass? I want it on the grass. Will there be just yourself doing it, or will you be inviting other people? I'll be inviting other people. So then it got to, if you want to hold a big event, you need to get your public liability insurance. This is for the just in case anything should happen and you get sued, you're covered. So you've got lots of little things to think about. So you've now got where you want to hold it. You've now got your insurance. You're now going to advertise the fact that you're holding this event somewhere. So that it's safe, you need to have volunteers. So then you've got to start inquiring with different cadets. So if you use your Army, your Navy, your Air Force cadets, ask them, you want to help me on my event, be a volunteer? Ask anything to do with scouting. So you've got your guides, your scouts. Ask them, would you like to come and be a volunteer? And would you like to have a stall? Advertising yourselves. It really all depends on what type of event you're wanting to organise. Can you do it by yourself, or do you need a group of people that she's going to look after the stalls, she's going to look after entertainment, he's going to look after advertising, and so on and so forth. Me, I'm one of these ladies that have tried to delegate, but it didn't work for me, so I end up doing everything all by myself.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, at least you know everything's done correctly then, don't you?
Well, this is true. On one occasion, I learned the hard way. I know that there's quite a few event holders. You've got your Buckfest, your Aquafest, but they have a committee of people helping them. Whereas I had a committee, I still have got a committee, chairman, treasurer, secretary, and my volunteers. But there was one year when I had this great big list of everything that had to be done in a certain order. You can't hold an event without having the patch of grass. And if you're going to do a bike, run or walk event, you need to have marshals at strategic points to show the biker, the runner or the walker that you're going left, you're going right, or you're going to go around the roundabout. And these all have to be booked or arranged in a certain time. And on this occasion, my June event was in June, and we were starting to arrange it the previous July. And I gave this list to all my volunteers. The grass has got to be booked, the insurance has got to be booked, the marshals have got to be found, the volunteers got to be found, and so on and so on and so on. And this one lady said to me, okay, I'll look after volunteers and marshals because they work together. I went, yep, fine. Now, this was in the July. Come the April, May time, I asked the lady, so how many volunteers and marshals have we got? And she's gone, oh, I was just about to sort those out now. I've only got a month. And it just wasn't enough time. They should have been asked for way back in time. And so we had to work our little miracles. So that's now why I do everything.
I mean, yeah, it's a big undertaking, a massive undertaking without any shadow of a doubt. And like you say, you enjoy doing it. You've always said, and it comes over in the interview, just how passionate you are about the causes you promote and the events you put on. But obviously, it's important to have a support network around you as well. I mean, how important is that to you? And who are they?
My support network. So not only have I got my volunteers that are constantly helping me, because we, like I said, we go to events. So trying to find a folder straight away. So I'm going to be at the Ramsey Mearside Village, or I'm going to be at the Ramsey Rural Museum, the Yaxley Vintage Festival. So and also Huntingdon Riverside Park. We go to lots of events, so we need the volunteers to help me at these events. But the backing that we get from our supporters, and we've actually got some lovely sponsors for this event, that if it wasn't for them, that we wouldn't be able to carry on doing what we do. The great thing also is because we've been doing this now since 2015 and we go to the same events every year, it's gotten to the stage where the events are asking me.
Fantastic. And what about on a more personal level?
My husband backs me, of course he does. My son backs me. They're always coming out with good ideas, suggestions. Why don't you? My son's in the RAF. And he's regularly getting some of his mates to help be volunteers, especially for the events. So yes, on a personal level, yes, I must admit I wouldn't be without social media, and I wouldn't be without the media like yourself.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're always here for you, Annie. You know that. Right, before we continue with the interview, we've got plenty more stuff coming up here on Reprieve Media CIC. We're going to be talking a bit more about Anna's International Women's Day questions and experience. She's going to tell us more about how she thinks that women can get involved in the voluntary and third sector. She's going to give a little few hints and tips. And she's also going to talk about the event that she's got coming up at Ferry Meadows in Peterborough. But before that, Anna, what record at the moment inspires you as a woman?
The one record that actually inspires me as a woman is a record by Tina Turner called Break Every Rule. It's the words that's in it that just does it for me. Every road that I walk, every single flight I ever take, though I'm thousands of miles away, in my mind every journey leads me closer to you. Because my family are the most important things to me, but also my dreams are very close. Very important to me. So this is one of the reasons why Tina Turner's lyrics of Break Every Rule is so, so important to me.
Fantastic. So we'll have a bit of that now. This is Tina Turner and Break Every Rule.
in every dream that I dream of, every journey brings me closer, every journey brings me closer, every road that I walk on, and every line that I ever take, and every dream that I dream of, every journey brings me closer, every journey brings me closer, every road that, yeah, I even feel ever take, I'm sorry, I'm in love, baby, baby, I'm on my way down the river, because I every road that I walk slowly, I know ever take, I'm on my way down the river, I'm on my way down the road I walk on, and every climb that I ever take, and every dream that I dream on, every journey brings me closer, 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 closer.
Fantastic song there. That was Break Every Rule, a song I know very well, by Tina Turner. That was the choice of Anna Dutton. Hello everybody and welcome back to Reprieve Media CIC's coverage of 2020 World Radio Day, UNESCO World Radio Day. We're halfway through talking to Anna Dutton from Huntingdon-based fundraising group BROW4. She's touched on an event briefly. Now, she's really going to talk about the event in detail. But before we do that, we better make sure that Anna is in fact still on the line. Anna, are you there?
I am still here. I'm still here, Paul.
Fantastic. Anna, may I just say, take this opportunity to thank you very much for taking the time to join us this afternoon. It's very much appreciated.
Oh, I really appreciate you calling me. It's brilliant.
Fantastic. That's good. Everyone's happy. So, Anna, this event that's coming up in the summer, your flagship event of the year.
Yeah.
Can you tell everyone a bit about it, please?
Well, it's BROW4 is organising a family fun fest for the air ambulances. It's not just the one. You might say, oh, I support MagPass, but did you know 28 air ambulances that cover the whole of the UK? So if you're travelling to your mums, your dads, your aunties, your uncles, you're not staying in just the MagPass area. You could be travelling in the Thames Valley area, the Great North area, the Great Western area. So all these air ambulances all need your help. They all need support from the general public, because without your donations, they wouldn't be able to fly 24/7 and give you emergency hospital care by the road or by the pavement. So this event that we're organising is over at Ferry Meadows in Peterborough on Saturday, the 20th of June, 2020. It'll be our 6th time that we've organised this event for the air ambulances. Yes, it was just for MagPass Air Ambulance, but over the years, more air ambulances have heard about our event and said, would you like one of our collection tins? Can you collect for us? Because we've got some supporters that would like to come to Ferry Meadows and either bike, run or walk around a 5K or a 12K course. So this is now what we're doing. A lot of people ask me what BROW4 stands for. It stands for bike, run or walk, with or without your four-legged friend. So this is not a race. You can bring your family, you can bring your children, you can bring your dogs. The tracks that we use are wheelchair friendly. So it is not, like I said, it's not a race. It's not 1, 2, 3, go like the London Marathon or the Great North Run. As long as you start at 11 o'clock and you'll touch base back at 2 o'clock, I'm happy. It takes as long as it takes, and it'll cost you £10 to register. And what you get from it at the end of the day is the satisfaction of doing it. But we also give you a medal that you can take to Tyndall's and get your time in. We also give you a certificate to say you've achieved this goal.
That's fantastic. I mean, it sounds a very worthwhile cause and a great event as well. Good for people of all ages to maybe keep fit or just socialise as well. Can I just confirm that does the walk have to be constant? Are people allowed to stop and have a picnic, things like that, or do they have to keep walking?
No. They can stop and have a picnic. They can even listen to the bands that we've got coming, or they can have a look at the stores, have a drink, have something to eat. The children can go and play on the bouncy castles, and then they can continue with their walk. We do have first aid that will be very stringent on your health. So if they think that your heartbeat's racing a bit too much, they will make you stop and wait before you crack on and do the next half, because some people want to do more than one. But really it's down to the medics that say yes you can or no you can't. But there's going to be plenty there for the whole family.
Yeah, I'm glad you touched on that, because it is, if people do not want to take part in the walk, there is plenty of things for them to do on the day, isn't there? Like you touched on the fairs and the stalls. What stalls and fairs have you got lined up this year, Anna?
Right, so the stores that we've got lined up at the moment, we've got bath bombs, hand-woven jewellery. We've got a lovely lady who brings in her own pottery so that the children can decorate it in their own designs and their own colour. She takes it away. She fires it, as it's called, when they put it into a great big kiln, and then she'll send it back to you, all coloured the way that the children did it for you. Which is absolutely brilliant. We've got another lady coming who will be doing sand art so that the children have got something to take away. We've got lots of other stores, your hairs and bows, crumbs I'm looking at, books they're becoming. We've also got the community first responders coming who will teach you how to do CPR, which in today's age, if you're able to pump a balloon up, then you're old enough to do CPR. I've actually seen children of 4 years old learning how to do CPR for the just in case anything underwater should happen. So yeah, there's literally stores galore for everybody that's coming. Food wise, we've got Cassie's Cabin coming yet again with her absolutely beautiful burgers. We've got the picnic pod that's a horse carriage that's been not a horse carriage, a horse trailer that's been converted into a picnic, light bites, chingles, different flavours of coffee, Indian food. We've got lots of candy floss. Did you know that there's more than one flavour of candy floss?
I'm diabetic, so no.
Ah, well, I didn't know there was more than one, but this lovely lady has given me a list of all the different flavoured candy flosses, from your banana, your strawberry and your bubble gum. It's just wowzers to me, and I was just absolutely gobsmacked. And then we've also got the lovely Amir Shah who's coming with his ice cream van. So those are the things that we've got coming. We've also got lucky numbers coming. We've got bouncy castles coming. We've got lots of little things for the children that are going to be entertained. Oh, it's just going to be amazing. And I've still got lots of people saying, please can I come, which is great.
Yeah, so obviously the best place is obviously to keep up to date with the event. Obviously there's a few months to go yet until the event, would be on your website. I mean, where can people find you online, Anna?
Well, if they go online and they punch in www.BROW4, BROW, the number 4.com, they will find the website. They will have the homepage about, they'll see Ferry Meadows 2019, so it'll show you what we did. And there's also a tab there that says Ferry Meadows 2020, showing you what we're going to be doing. So I'm very proud of Jo Harvey for doing my website for me. She's an amazing lady. She's sorted it all out. We've also been lucky that we've got some sponsors for this event that have donated us both cash or goodies. So that's why they're sponsors, because they're actually saving me money, which is great, because all the money that I'm making, they will be going towards the air ambulances.
Fantastic. And I also understand people can get a newsletter as well, an online newsletter. Is that available on the website as well?
That's also available on the website. Yes, there's another tab called News, so they can get the newsletter there. Or if they want, they can email me at anna@brow4.com with their email details, and then I will send them a copy via email to them on a regular basis. If people want to know what are we doing month by month, then I will gladly send you an email. It is not a problem. Or they can find me on the Facebook. We've got a few pages on Facebook. Again, BROW4, And they can find all the information of everything either on Facebook, on my website, or they can go to Twitter or even LinkedIn. I'm on all four of those.
Fantastic, Anna. And also, people might want to support the organisation BROW4, but for some reason maybe they don't live in Peterborough, or they're physically unable to take part in the event. Is there any way that people can donate to yourselves online or anything if they would like to support the organisation that way?
Oh, most definitely. If they can't get yes, because they can actually donate via PayPal, and they just have to go onto their PayPal account and put in Anna at BROW4.com, and it'll come straight forward to BROW4. And like I said, we're a non-profit, non-charity fundraising group, and all the monies that we make all goes towards the making of our next event. We don't keep any. I don't keep any of the money. It's not mine. It all belongs to BROW4, but it all goes towards the making of the next event. Because we have liability insurance, we have to pay for the field. We have to pay for different insurances. Some of the equipment that we're having, we've got to pay for. We've got to pay for security. So all donations are greatly received. It also goes towards stationery. The one thing it does not go to is wages, because nobody gets paid, not even me.
No, it's just a pure passion of love for you, isn't it, Anna?
It most definitely is. It most definitely is. I'm not one of these. We can't become a charity. We have inquired about becoming a charity, but unfortunately, charities are not allowed to give to other charities. So that's why we're not a charity.
Thank you very much again, Anna, for all that fantastic information. Just before we wrap up, can I just say thank you very much for taking the time to make yourself available and do this interview, and best of luck with the event on the day. When is the event again, quickly, and when?
It's on Saturday, June 20, 2020, from 11 till 5. And there'll be 5 bands there waiting for you to dance and jiggy to.
Oh, fantastic. And what bands are they, Anna? Do you know yet, or have you not booked them yet?
No, I do know what bands are, and I've just lost them. Right, so the bands that are coming will be, we have got, from 10 o'clock onwards, we've got Audrey Stamp, so it's Aud and Steve B. At 11 o'clock, we have got the Letitia Marie Band. At 12:15, we've got Dun and Rusted. At 1:30, we've got Tom Sings Swing. At 14:45, we've got a lovely Polish band called Fabryka. And our headliner band from 4 till finish is an amazing band called Filthy Contact. They will be there to close the show. So please come along. All of that is free. Bring your chairs, bring your blankets, come along and enjoy it. The people will be going around. Cinderella and Spider-Man will be there with their buckets to collect money for the air ambulances. So come along. It's a free day. Enjoy.
Just to clarify there, the entertainment is free, but the run or walk is £10, yes?
Yeah, bikers, runners and walkers can actually register on the day. And it is £10 per person, and all that money will be going towards the charity.
Fantastic. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was the eloquent as ever, Anna Dutton. And can I just say thank you very much for joining us today here on World Radio Day. It's very much appreciated, and thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Speak to you soon.
Anytime. That was BROW4 founder Anna Morgan Dutton joining us here at Reprieve Media CIC on UNESCO World Radio Day 2020. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. We'll be back shortly with some more Reprieve Media CIC content. We're going to interview a man called Gareth Horsley, who's from the Bradley Lowry Foundation up in the northeast of England. Please stay tuned for that. But now, here's some short messages.